Right, you can speak if you want, I can always dub it out. I'll probably put a voice
see
over.
what we find. Oh, well, we've got some liquid on the end.
So it's in a brood and a half.
Yeah, at the moment.
So the honey's come out, so it's still very liquid, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's very new honey.
Yeah, just see if there's any eggs up here and then we'll move this across. Probably got too much feed here, really, for this time of year, but it's probably been too well looked after.
The trouble is there not eggs in that one? Or are they just cleaning it ready to put... I guess there's eggs in there because there's pollen around it as well.
On the top, yeah, there's a few in the bottom there. Hopefully, I've got some sealed brood. The next one.
So keep an eye out for the queen. That's all nice new brood.
Have a look, Louise. Always a better than two, they say.
If you can, try and keep it either over the box or over the lid.
Yeah, over
the lid. Just in case Queenie drops off.
Been busy.
So this is the first inspection of the year. It's very late, and last week in March, isn't it?
30th, I think.
30th of March. Nice sunny day. It's about 20 degrees. We spent yesterday looking at various people's hives, 17 of. We spent most of the day looking at mine, and we had 2 dead outs from about 13. So about 11 hives left, and these are Nigel's. And we're doing disease inspection. So when we find the queen, if we find the queen, then we'll shake off all the bees and look at the unsealed brood, and see if we can see any EFB, short brood, sac brood. So far I haven't seen any sac brood. I've seen, I think, 1 sac brood. I've seen quite a few pinholes where it's got varroa in it, where the bees haven't sealed it. The honey's dripping off of that one as well. It's so fresh. You can see the line of the wires down there. It's all fresh brood. You can tell by the colour as well. As they've been walking over it, more dark biscuity colours. I was looking at on Facebook yesterday, and somebody said, "Oh, what do you think about these? Is the queen laying around right? I can't find a queen." And some people answered that, "Well, the queen is just to the right of the picture." It's amazing. I bet the guy put a right idiot.
Yeah, if you can, just left a bit of space.
So if we can't find the queen, are you going to shake them all down and put a queen excluder on?
I think that'd probably be the best bet. We'll move them over into the roof and then have a look in the bottom and just see if we can find in the bottom. But we're just under pollen there. Not a liquid.
In theory, you can shake them all off and the queen will go in the bottom, but it's not ideal. Ideally you want to try and find the queen, and we intend finding the queen and clipping and marking. I know that'll stir up all sorts of issues and feedback about clipping the queen. Some do, some don't. I'm afraid I do. It helps with keeping my genetics, which I've been for the last 5 years trying to breed more characteristics of the dark honeybee, dark English European honeybee. So I choose my genetics as best I can. Yeah, you won't get it out otherwise, it's a deep roof, isn't it? So look on here, what can you see? There's a brood in there, there's a lot of bees.
Yeah, a lot of bees down the middle.
You might have to put some smoke on and push them down a little bit so you're not going to crush any. We always try and use as little smoke as possible. There's brood down here at this end, so she could well be down here. There's at least 3, 4, 5 frames of brood down here, so she's doing well.
on liquid. Been busy.
Some drone there as well.
Yeah,
Look.
drone.
It's on the edge of the nest, so it's where it should be. There's some worker drone and some brood drone. Brood. Not brood drone.
Yeah, you've got eggs down the bottom there as well.
It's the sort of frame that she could be on.
Hiding underneath somewhere, I expect.
That's the floor, right? The floor's fairly clear.
I'll have a look loose if you can see it there. Treated their temperament anyway.
They're fine, aren't they?
Yeah.
Just make a distance of being sun on the back door.
Yeah.
And plenty of food out there.
This was a mute that we created last year. So.
It's older brood, isn't it? So she's gone up and she's just recently started laying up in the top.
Probably up there somewhere.
Is there much, if you find a frame with quite a bit of open brood on, it would be a good one to inspect. Ideally you should check every one, but it's not always feasible.
Oh, sorry.
I'd have thought that these are strong enough. You wouldn't normally see anything like EFB or something in quite this strong.
She has been busy.
These are from the original strain, are they?
Yes.
So really, these, you could take some queens off of these, couldn't we?
Yeah. This hive, that one there, was not quite, well, it would be interesting to see what it's like this spring, but last back end they weren't quite as nice to deal with as these. I have a feeling she might be up there somewhere.
This time of year you do get drone brood, but it tends to be a little bit spotting. It's the emergency drones really, just in case we have a problem with the queen and need to supersede urgently, or she gets crushed or killed for any reason, or starts being in the drone laying queen. Sound nice, don't they? They're not upset.
Yeah.
Not running around the frame. Nice bees.
Yeah, nice and quiet.
Yeah, they're quite a uniform colour as well.
Yeah. Some young furry ones.
I don't see much deformed wing. They all look pretty good actually. And look, can't see any pepper in the blue, any.
The pattern's quite pepper potty, so they've had issues and they've cleaned them out and they've relaid them. Which this time of year really I'm not too worried about.
Yeah, honey.
Oh, that one goes there actually. she is.
So who was going to do the deed?
Well, I'd sooner you did. You were steadier hand than me. She's been. It looks like she might have been.
She might have been clipped.
Yeah.
She need painting again. Oh, she's all right, isn't she?
Yeah.
She's been clipped. Can you see it down here?
On the right hand wing. Yeah.
Yeah. She's all right.
Yeah.
So do you want to cage her and we can shake some off and we can have a look. We can have a look at.
We know where she is then, don't we?
Oh yeah, she's still on there. Tell me.
Oh, is she?
Lister. If I'm clever enough, she'll run around and grab hold of her.
Oh, there she is.
There she is. She's in. Last thing we're going to do is trap her leg. So finger over, top on, and put her on top of there. Brilliant.
Job's a good one. Oh, look at the pollen.
So when you find,
look at that.
Yeah.
Cool.
And it's right next to the brood, you see.
Yeah.
See what's on this one. It might just be food. If it is, I'd leave it there, and it keeps them warm during these last few cold nights.
More pollen.
More pollen.
And some wet food there.
Yeah, that'll keep them warm. Don't worry too much about it really. It's just.
Right, if I make
how many frames you haven't got brood on?
1, 2, probably about 2 lots of pollen there, and probably about 2 or 3. Was it?
She hasn't got a lot of room to lay up in there, has she?
No, I have got a spare.
You got a brood box?
Brood box, yes.
Have you? I'd put the brood box underneath,
right.
queen excluder above this, and then put them back on top, because you know the queen's here now.
Yeah, okay, I'll go and get it.
Well, I can get it. What you need to do is look for some open brood, check all the bees off, and check for disease. That's what we're here for, really.
Yeah, right.
You've got the queen there, and they're keeping the queen happy. So if there's nothing in the bottom, you can do the top, but
yeah,
it's all the brood maybe.
Yeah, just
have to be uncapped anyway.
Yeah, have a mooch on the left-hand side, Phil. If there's an extra frame, Phil, oh no, there's brood on here though, I better leave it. It's a messy frame though, isn't it? We'll let them sort it out. All pollen in nice. There wasn't much. We definitely need another box. I'm glad I bought one.
Yeah. See, that's why you're prepared.
Well, we better have a look, see if we can find some brood and just see what it's looking like. Yeah, got that. Yeah, I dropped those off the other day. Nothing much with any flaws in it really. It all looks. One just coming out there, look. Another one there. I say, to me it all looks pretty good, Phil.
Good. You see the pin pricks? That's probably Varroa. You can pull one or two of those out, you'll probably see Varroa on it. They've been chewing it, haven't they? You can see that there.
There he is on his.
It's just dying because it's quite brown at the top. They've been nibbling the head off a little bit of the parasitic mites sometimes, so they've been nibbling it out. Well, that's can't really tell with that one.
I know, sorry.
Oh, he's coming out.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's why I like the gimbal, really. It's.
I just open that one and he's coming out. She's coming out.
Yeah, there's one pinhole next to it. Look.
Which one is on this?
That one next to where you pulled it out. That one there, there's a pinhole, little pinhole in it.
Okay.
Pull that one out and see what's on that one. So potentially that could be liquid, it could be sack glue, couldn't it, or something?
Yeah. Don't want to come out, does it?
It's got pollen through it, so it's inconclusive, isn't it?
Yes, ham-fisted operator.
It's not brown, it's not sticky, it's not smelly, so it's not EFB, which is got quite a few coming out there, so she could be laying that up against something.
Yeah.
But they're okay.
Yeah.
Any more?
We'll have another frame out while we're here. Right, girls.
Any open brood anywhere? Can't see anything new. There's some pollen in between. Again, a little bit pepper potted, but it's that time of year. We've been cleaning them out and doing the housework over the last 6 months.
Yeah.
You can maybe perhaps look at a couple of these top one. There'll be some open brood in there, won't there? So if you want to push that back up, I've got you a dummy board for the end as well. If you want to, depending how much room you've got. There's one there. Oh, there's one. There's been.
Sorry. Oh no, I was just going to look what because there's room for her to lay in there if she needs to. I was just looking what was on the end. Yeah, I'll probably put it on the end and push her in here.
There's not really room for dummy board, is there?
No.
Okay. So shall we lift that one off and put this one on?
Yeah.
Either end will do. It's a bit tight on that end, perhaps.
There she goes. Lovely.
See in?
Yeah.
Shit goes off and is that the right way?
Well done, that man.
Just testing.
Yeah. There you go.
Lovely. So you can put this on top and then maybe pull out some frames and see if there's any open brood. I think that's about the best hive we've seen in the last 2 days, isn't it?
Well, after the laying work earlier, I'm glad I've got something.
They're probably in the middle of 3 or 4, really.
Yeah. Too much food, really, isn't there?
Well, how much did you feed them at back end of season? Have you inundated them, or?
I was generous because they were quite weak, believe it or not. I was a bit concerned going into the winter.
You see there's drone brood on this other side, but
yeah.
But hey ho. So we're looking for open brood.
Shall we just shake it?
Yeah,
shake them off.
Just a case of looking to see if it's all, well, we've been through it the last 2 days, but I'll just repeat it for the video, but nice and wet, curly seeds in the bottom, nice pearly colours, not twisted and looking in agony or anything.
Maybe 2 or 3 in there. It's probably better.
Grey or black.
Right. Can you see in there, around here?
I can see they look lovely actually. There's nothing there, is there? They look fine to me. Yeah. Okay.
Right. You happy with it,
Yeah,
Bill?
job done. Job done.
I don't like castellations. I've come to the conclusion.
I hate them.
I tried them. Somebody suggested I try them, but I've only got a few supers with them on.
Well, you've got they're all drawn out now, so you could take those off. And the only problem is with supers is if you use these Hoffmans, you get less wax and honey on each frame. Right. So you get more frames in. The benefit of having castellations is you can take some out, and what you got here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah. You could take another one out, so you could have 9 in there, and you get a fatter, thicker super. Yeah. Which so you get more honey for your wax.
Well, you know I'm pretty new to it, but in my naivety, I went Hoffman's because I thought it was easier. But then I've changed my mind and decided I'm just going to go with ordinary spacers and do it that way, rightly or wrongly. I think we all have to find what suits us, don't we? But I just
well, plastic spacers, you got the option of different sizes.
well, I think you've got more flexibility with them.
A lot of people don't like plastic spacers, but it gives you more options. I don't like castellations because they're sharp, they're horrible to clean, and you are limited to the sizes.